What if I told you that even those sworn to protect and serve sometimes encounter the unexplainable? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into a real-life X-Files moment that happened right here on Earth, not in some far-off galaxy. Picture this. It's 2022, and the clock has just struck midnight in Connecticut. While most of us are tucked away in our beds, one police officer is out on patrol, keeping the streets safe. Little did he know that his routine midnight shift was about to take an otherworldly turn. As our brave officer cruises down the quiet streets, something catches his eye. It's not a speeding car or a suspicious character. No, it's something far more puzzling. A strong red light, seemingly riding alongside his patrol car. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let's remember that Connecticut isn't exactly known for its thriving alien tourism industry. The officer, whose identity remains confidential, reported that this wasn't your average aircraft or drone. The light moved in ways that defied conventional explanation, keeping pace with his cruiser and exhibiting maneuvers that would make even the most skilled pilot green with envy. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just another tale from a UFO enthusiast forum or a late-night radio show. This is a report from a trained observer, someone whose job it is to notice details and maintain composure in unusual situations. When a cop says they've seen something strange, it tends to carry a bit more weight. Now, I know what you're thinking. UFO doesn't necessarily mean alien spacecraft. You're absolutely right, and that's an important distinction to make. UFO simply stands for unidentified flying object, and there could be many explanations for what our officer friends saw that night. Could it have been an advanced military aircraft? Perhaps. The United States military has a history of testing cutting-edge technology that might seem otherworldly to the uninitiated. Remember the stealth bomber? When it was first spotted, many thought it was something straight out of a sci-fi movie, or maybe it was a sophisticated drone. With the rapid advancements in drone technology, it's not far-fetched to imagine a drone capable of some pretty impressive aerial acrobatics. However, the officer's description of the object's movements and the strong red light don't quite fit the typical drone profile. Let's not forget about natural phenomena either. The Earth is full of surprising atmospheric events that can fool even the most discerning eye. Ball lightning, for instance, is a rare and little understood phenomenon that has been known to produce glowing, moving spheres of light. But regardless of what it actually was, this sighting joins a long list of unexplained aerial phenomena reported by law enforcement and military personnel over the years. In fact, did you know that the U.S. government has been taking these reports more seriously lately? In 2017, the New York Times broke a story about a secret Pentagon program called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. This program, which ran from 2007 to 2012, was tasked with investigating reports of unidentified aerial phenomena. Yes, you heard that right. The U.S. government was officially looking into UFO sightings, and it didn't stop there. In 2020, the Pentagon officially released 3 videos of unidentified aerial phenomena captured by Navy pilots. These videos, which had been circulating online for years, showed objects moving in ways that defied easy explanation. The release of these videos marked a significant shift in how the government approaches these kinds of sightings. But let's get back to our Connecticut cop and his midnight encounter. What makes this case particularly intriguing is the credibility of the witness. Police officers are trained observers. They're taught to notice details, to remain calm under pressure, and to report events accurately. When someone with this kind of training reports something unusual, it's worth paying attention to. Moreover, police officers are often the first responders to unusual events. They're out there patrolling at all hours in all weather conditions. If something strange is going to happen, there's a good chance a police officer might be the one to see it. Now, I'm not saying this proves the existence of alien visitors. Far from it. What it does show us is that there are still things in our skies that we can't easily explain. And that's pretty exciting when you think about it. In an age where we often feel like we've got everything figured out, it's refreshing to be reminded that there's still mystery in the world. But let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Could our officer friend have been mistaken? Absolutely. The human mind is a tricky thing, and even the most level-headed among us can misinterpret what we see, especially in the dead of night when fatigue might be setting in. It's also worth considering the power of suggestion. We live in a culture saturated with stories of alien visitations and government cover-ups. Could this cultural background influence how we interpret unusual sights in the sky? It's certainly possible. However, dismissing all unexplained sightings out of hand would be just as misguided as assuming every light in the sky is an alien spacecraft. The scientific approach is to remain open-minded while demanding rigorous evidence. And that's exactly what's happening in the field of UFO research today. Organizations like the Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, are working to bring scientific rigor to the investigation of these phenomena. They collect reports, interview witnesses, and analyze data, all in an effort to separate the wheat from the chaff in UFO sightings. Meanwhile, in the halls of power, there's a growing recognition that these sightings, whatever their cause, could have national security implications. In 2020, the Senate Intelligence Committee voted to require U.S. intelligence agencies and the Defense Department to provide a public analysis of all data collected on unidentified aerial phenomena. This brings us back to our Connecticut cop and his red light encounter. While we may never know exactly what he saw that night, his report adds to a growing body of data that's pushing us to look at the skies with fresh eyes. So the next time you're out for a late-night drive, keep your eyes on the road, but maybe glance up at the sky once in a while. You never know what you might see. If you enjoyed this terrifying first responder encounter, subscribe for more chilling accounts from the Terror Tour Guide. Want to have your own extraterrestrial encounter? Click the link in the description below to book your next UFO spotting adventure.